maybe you can buy them 6 months ago. Yeah, 6 months ago, 8 months ago. Just and yeah, people actually I know plan their holidays for that. They do that. I know.
Right. Yeah, it's very important to some people. What about you, Hershit? Have you ever been to a music festival?
Yeah, actually, I know about this only at university. Every year in Turkey, universities do such a these festival, especially music festival. If I if I hear about make a festival in a university, I always want to go.
So you've been to many.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't know about what music festival or how music festival doing.
Okay, of course. Can you think of any other kinds of festivals? Hershit.
Yeah.
What would be another kind of festival?
Yeah, in my country, partly maybe it is townly or it is villagely. There are many different festivals, but not music festival. We know some city about their famous vegetable or famous thing or famous another thing, but they do festival about their economical for doing a famous city, I think. Maybe how can I explain? Yeah, I am Ankara and my town is Nallıhan. And Nallıhan is famous for important religions man. And in my country, he's known very well about famous. And every year in Nallıhan, do festival for their reputation.
Oh, okay, cool. What is his name?
Do you know Yunus Emre?
Yunus. I'm not
Yunus
sure.
Emre. Yunus Emre. I think it is very popular, and I think every religion know about these people, but it is very important for in Muslim,
Right.
in Muslim society. But maybe you don't know, but it is very popular in Muslim country.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you, Hershit. Good. So that's a good example of a festival you have just in your own home city. That's really nice. Mehmet, can you think of any other types of festivals?
Any other any kind of festivals or music festivals?
Yeah, different types. We have music festivals. What other kinds of festivals are there?
Kinds of festivals.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, there are lots of. Actually, there are film festivals, for example, movie festivals, film festivals. Film festivals are, for example, in Turkey, actually not in Turkey, there are some festivals in Turkey. For example, Istanbul Film Festival is like, I don't know, 50 years, maybe more. Antalya Film Festival, Altın Portakal, Golden
Orange?
No, Golden Orange Festival, yes. So just like I know Toronto Film Festival is very like among the other very popular. Very, I think it's very old. Very maybe 100 years, maybe I don't know. So another kind of festivals. I don't know. There have been some art festivals, things like that, in cities like Istanbul and Ankara in Turkey.
Good. Awesome. No, that's great.
Yeah.
Are there any that are only that are from your area in Turkey? Maybe your city or near your city? Special festivals?
Special festival, yeah. For example, here the orange, the fruits that like orange and lemon and what was their parent name, their family name?
A citrus fruit.
Yes, citrus fruit. There have been, for example, because it's known for this in Turkey, the citrus fruit is known for this area. For example, there is citrus orange festival held in Turkey every year. Other than that, there's a music festival. But actually it's not like popular and rock music. It's not that like classic music or yeah, classic kind of music concerts being held in Mersin, in music festival in Mersin. Yeah, these are the ones. These are the ones that held in my area.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. Citrus fruit. That's very interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that. What about you, Yildiray? What are some other types of festivals you can think of, and what are some in your area?
I'm living in Ankara,
Mhm.
and Ankara have a little city, Ayaş. In the Ayaş, a cherry festival doing every summer. In this festival, farmers show their products and exhibit. People who visit the festival taste fruits and score the fruits. Also, yaranmıyor. Also, local singers sing the festival, and people enjoy with the songs.
Okay. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Yildiray. Very good. My city in Canada, it's called Edmonton, and our reputation in Canada, what my city is known for inside Canada, is its festival city. Our winter is very, very long, but then in the summer there's a festival almost every weekend. We have many festivals, and we have many inside festivals even in the winter too. Like, we have car festivals and boat festivals. One of the biggest ones, there's comedy festivals, there's many music festivals. One of the biggest ones is called the Fringe Festival. Has anyone heard of a Fringe Festival?
No.
No? Okay. It's a term you may hear. in the world. It's a known term, and they're street performers. So
Yeah.
the people who are out on the street dancing or playing instruments or doing magic or juggling, all these people together are having a big festival. So you go there and there's, you know, tens or hundreds of these people performing, and you just give them all money and watch and walk around and get to see the different acts there. And they come from far away sometimes, so you get really good performances actually in these ones. It's pretty interesting. Another cool one we have is it's called Taste of Edmonton, which is common in North America because so many people come from different countries. So people will set up a booth for their country. Like you walk around, there's a Ukrainian booth, so you can eat Ukrainian food. And the next one is, you know, the Turkish booth, and maybe they have 2 or 3 things there. You can try Turkish food, and then you can go to the next country and see all the different countries and eat a little tiny bit of their food. They sell coupons, so you just get a tiny little, you know, a little piece of küfte or something, so you're not full. So these are some of our major festivals. Harshit, back to you. Can you think of some big world festivals in different places in the world? One we talked about was Burning Man. We just talked about that. Can you think of any others?
Actually, I gave this example our first lesson. We know that in Brasilia, Brasilia has got a Rio festival, and
Right.
it's very popular in the world. And when they do that, every country's newspaper or television always in here and watch them about what are they doing, and they are watched us to what they are do or what happen in Brasilia. I think
okay.
my example is Rio Carnival.
Good. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the biggest ones for sure, isn't it? Okay. Mehmet, can you think of anything else?
Yeah, actually, I was Googling one that because I didn't know its name. It's San Fermin Festival. Do you know that San Fermin could be? I don't know. There's a bull in that they in Spain. There's a bull that they first prison. Then they release the bull, and people just out there waiting, and they also run when they release the bull. So it's always it was hilarious. It was only thinking of it is funny for me. For example, I don't know if it's a festival or not. Of course, when you are talking about world festivals, for example, because I like movies. For example, Cannes Film Festival is always I always become curious about who will win the festival in Cannes, for example. It's one of the world festivals. These are the ones that just came to my mind.
Oh, good. Would you want to go to them? Are they places you would want to go?
Film festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, why not? Maybe someday. I actually have been in Cannes. I went there, but not in festival days.
Right. Cairns you mean Australia,
Cannes.
right?
No, Cannes.
Cannes in
Nice, Cannes in France,
Yeah, okay.
near Monaco.
Oh, very cool. Very nice. Good. Yeah, the one in Spain. Yeah, you have probably the correct name. San for what you said. Most
San
people,
Fermin.
yeah, San Fermin. We usually talk about it. We say the running of the bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's very, and the bulls run through the city, right? And people are running away from the bulls, and it's very
Yeah.
crazy.
That's the one I'm talking about. Even, yeah, I didn't know its name before too. San Fermin, I just Googled it and found it.
Very cool. Would you want to go to that?
I don't know.
Just to watch, maybe?
I'm not sure. Yeah, for now.
Yeah. I forgot to ask Krishit, would you want to go to the Carnival in Brazil?
No, I haven't been ever in Brazil, but
Do you want to?
and I think there is another festival in Spain. We know. I don't know what it is name, but I think it is such a tomato festival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
when
crazy ones in
yeah,
Spain.
yeah, in Spain, a lot of people is come a place and when they started, they shot them with tomato, and they always throw themselves, and every place in Spain, I think, being sauce, tomato paste.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's another one from Spain. Very cool. Yildiray, what about you? Can you think of any world festivals?
Yes, I think like Hurshit, I know Tomato Festival, which take place Spain. A lot of people come together the area and take away each other and everywhere is red. But I don't know what is the meaning of maybe a protest. Why people take away tomatoes to each other? Maybe you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the meanings are so old that it's very hard to find them
Very
anymore.
interesting. Very interesting.
So would you want to go to that, Yildiray?
No, no,
No? What about the bulls?
because I want to be clean.
Be clean, yeah.
Yes.
Or the
Only
one in,
only I watch people and enjoy.
okay. Good, good. Bilal, hello, welcome.
Hello, how are you, Johnny?
Hi, we were talking about some world festivals we could think of. Are there any you can think of?
Do you talk about the music festival or any festival?
Any festivals.
Like, yeah, you know, there's some famous festival that Rio, the dance festival.
Right.
This is, I think, the most famous one. And some music festival in, I think, in Germany. There are some festival, and also in Turkey we have some festival like in Manisa also is like what we say in the they make some kind of food they eat and then it's used for something festival. I know this festival, but I have never been to any festival.
Oh,
So
okay. Good. Yeah.
I don't know in detail.
No, I always confuse this, but Bilal, you're from Batman, and Hassan is from Konya. That's right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not from Konya. No.
So
Hassan.
you're from Batman. Batman.
I'm from Batman.
Yeah. So are there any interesting festivals in your area near Batman? Special festivals?
No, not really. We don't have such festival. We have the culture festival actually. I don't know if do you hear me now, Jerry?
Culture festival.
Culture festival, yeah. We have kind of culture festival for a few years. They did, but for recent years they don't organize such festival. Maybe you heard about the Hassan Cave, the ancient place, and the Hassan Cave Culture Festival. 1 or 2 and 3 years. They did such a festival, and then the some music band, and then some dance, the folkloric dance shop, or like that. In this festival, and it lasts about 2 or 3 years, 2 or 3 days. They did such a the dance and the music show, but for a few years, for recent years, really they disappeared, and we don't see such a festival.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, Bilal. And Hassan, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Can you think of any big festivals in the world?
Yes, Spain, Bulks Festival. I watch at television, TV.
They walk?
Coal.
Oh, walking on coal.
Bull.
Oh, the bulls, yeah.
Spain,
Yeah,
in Spain.
exactly. Yeah, Mehmet was talking about that too before you came. That one's called the running of the bulls.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody says. The proper name is something like, San something. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, very cool. Okay. So two of you mentioned Carnival in Brazil. Is this? Hello, we have. Your name is Bilal here? Bilal?
Your voice is echoing, Jerry.
Yeah, I think it's Hassan. Can you turn your mic, your speaker on? Hassan? Okay, it's not echoing now, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. I think the problem right now is with Hassan's connection. So maybe Hassan, if you can try and reconnect again. Okay, thank you. I can you can see at the bottom which one is green, so you know whose computer it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Now I have 2 Yildir eyes. Okay. Anyway, sorry. You guys were talking about the festival in Brazil. That one is called Carnival, and that celebrates Mardi Gras. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Does anyone know what Mardi Gras is?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Okay, I'll just mention it really quickly, and then maybe we'll go to the conversation. In Christianity, they do 40 days of fasting. So it's kind of like our like the Christian Ramadan, you know, and that's called Lent. And so before the Lent starts, before the fasting, it was this tradition to cook really, really nice food, like have a big celebration, get rid of all your nice food because now you're suffering for 40 days. So that celebration was called Mardi Gras, which is French. It means Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, Mardi.
So yeah, this carnival in Brazil and the other carnivals, they're usually like 4 days before the start of this Lent. They're just dancing in the street and doing everything. They're not just eating nice food before they fast. They're going completely crazy as much as they can. It's very interesting.
It's only one day, right? Yeah, only one night, one day. Mardi
No.
Gras.
Mardi Gras is one day. Mardi Gras is the Tuesday. But
I'm talking about Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras is one day. Carnival is 3, I think, usually. Carnival, the one in Brazil. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Why don't we look at the music festival part 1? We just didn't quite finish it. So we'll finish that off and then we'll jump right into part 2.
Yeah.
So Mehmet, we were almost at the end. If you go to the very bottom.
At the end of the music festival 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the very end and count up 11. So Kristen starts, right, that was something.
Kristen starts with, oh God, yeah, yes, oh yeah, that's okay. Which one?
Yeah, go to the very bottom, go to the end.
Okay, I'm at the bottom, yeah.
And then count up 11.
Last 11 speech.
Okay, so we have someone new here. Yes, Bilal? Is your name is Bilal?
I'm just trying. Do you hear me?
You're just trying?
Yes,
Yeah.
I found it from my friend and I'm just trying. I'm just listening right now.
Oh, you just want to listen? Okay, no problem. On the Cineset online website, where you found the link for this course, there are a bunch of conversations at the bottom. And actually, Mehmet, can you explain it to him in Turkish, maybe? That would be how to find the conversation.
Buraya geldiğin linkin olduğu sayfa var. Linkin olduğu sayfa.
Evet.
Linkin olduğu sayfanın alt tarafında o sayfayı alt tarafa doğru çekersen orada bazı diyaloglar göreceksin.
Önceki oturumlar diyor.
Görüşme metinleri yazıyor. Hemen sağ tarafında.
Evet.
Görüşme metinlerinde şu anda biz Music Festival Part 1'dayız.
Bu en alttaki mi?
Music Festival Part 1
tamam.
olan var ya,
Part
görüşme
one,
metinlerinin
tamam.
arasında.
Tamam gördüm.
Tamam.
Pardon,
Biz
onu
şu anda ondayız. Onun alt taraflarındaymışız. Ben de geçen derste yoktum. Şimdi tam olarak neresinde olduğunu anlayacağız. Jury, I don't know which part. So if you say which dialogue, because I don't have any numbers. 11. I don't know which one is the 11th dialogue. So if you can tell me which.
Yeah. Kristen starts. Right, that was something I didn't understand.
Kristen, right?
Let me check.
It's very near the bottom.
Kristen always says right.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes, I
5,
found it. I got it. Yes,
6.
it was
So
something I
after
didn't-
after that dialogue, Joe says you had to make a choice. You know, is that the one?
No.
Well,
Down.
So at the Kristen only says right at the most bottom, at the bottom dialogue.
Yeah, the very bottom, and then count
Very
up
bottom?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kristens. 5 Kristens up.
5 Christians up. Okay.
Then alttan,
So,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
That makes sense. That's okay. Oh yeah. Right. That was yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we
Okay. So who is Kristen? Am I Kristen?
Sure. Yeah, you can be Kristen.
Okay.
And Yildiray, why don't you be Joe?
Okay.
okay.
Right. That was something I didn't understand. Like at Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, I never didn't remember seeing fences like that.
Well, you know, Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, that festival is free. So, you know, I don't think
Oh yeah.
they have to stop the barriers to
That's okay.
entry.
That makes sense. I was wondering what the deal was with the fences.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why you never have that problem at that festival.
Right.
Good. Okay. So we
Yeah,
start.
got it.
You got it? Great. Okay, so we're
Yeah.
finishing. We'll be finished this one right away, and then we'll go to Music Festival Part 2, which was just under that, right? Okay. So Kristen starts. Right. That was something I didn't understand. Like at Hardly Strictly Bluegrass. Okay. Does anyone know what bluegrass is? Anyone?
No.
No?
Yeah. Yeah.
Arshad, no? Bilal?
No, me? No, I don't know.
Oh, we have two Bilals. Okay, this is gonna be confusing now, won't it? Other Bilal, do you know what bluegrass is?
I'm just listening. I'm not talking.
Yeah. No, okay. Bluegrass is a type of music. It's like it's similar to country music, Western music. Like cowboy music, bluegrass is like that. So it's a type of music that's similar to country music. And Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, we see the big letters at the start, big H, big S, big B. We know it's a name, so it's probably the name of a music festival, a bluegrass music festival. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, it's a name of a music festival, and they play this type of music, bluegrass music. Okay. Kristen continues, I don't remember seeing fences like that. Joe, well, you know, Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, that festival is free. So, you know, I don't think Kristen, oh yeah. Joe, they had to put up the barriers to, okay. What is a barrier? Barrier. How about Hassan? What does barrier mean?
I want to go, but I cannot.
Good, yeah. A barrier, it's something that blocks you. And I think the Turkish, a Turkish word that's at least similar would be baraj.
No, barrier. It's also barrier. It's also barrier.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I was gonna say also that one too, barrage. We can say a barrage in English. It's,
For
Yeah.
football.
have that word. Yeah, a barrier. It's something that stops you. Like a fence here is a barrier, or a wall is a barrier. You can't walk through it. But if it's the same in Turkish, so no worries. Kristen, that's okay. Joe, to entry. So here, what Joe said was they had to put up the barriers to entry. Sorry, okay. Joe got cut off 2 times. He said, I don't think they had to put up the barriers to entry. Okay. What are they talking about? What is Joe talking about? Who can tell me what Joe is talking about here? What is Joe saying? How about Hershit?
Actually, firstly, Kristen in this speech say that they didn't see any barrier or any fence at Hardly Strictly Bluegrass. But Joe is saying about that Hardly Strictly Bluegrass it is free and there are no barrier, I think, and
Perfect.
I think it's okay.
Good, exactly. No, that's right. Because that festival is free, they don't need to stop people from trying to
Yeah.
come in without paying. So they don't need
Yeah.
fences, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Good. And right here at the end, Joe says they had to put up barriers to entry. Okay. Those two words together are wrong. To entry. Okay. We can say to enter. That's the verb, to enter. Or for entry, where entry would be a noun. But to entry together is not correct. Joe has misspoke. Okay, he said the wrong words. So we need for with entry, for entry, or to enter only. Okay. Good. Birol, nice to see you. Welcome.
Thanks.
Good. Kristen
Hi.
says, hi. So we're still finishing part one, Birol. We're right at the very bottom of Music Festival. Okay. Kristen goes on. That makes sense. I was wondering what the deal was with the fences. What does she mean here? What the deal was? What's the deal? Hassan, do you want to try? What the deal was?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Mehmet, what do you think this means here? What the deal is?
What the deal is? What the deal is? How to describe it? I was wondering what the deal was with the fences. What's the thing with that? I think I will not be able to explain.
Yeah, I know
May I
that's
join?
okay. Yeah.
May I join? The deal means, what do you mean?
Good. Yeah.
The meaning of, yeah, I understood like that.
Good. Exactly. Yeah. What's
What
the
do
meaning?
you mean? Yes.
I would say that's really good here. Yeah, like I could maybe if I say, what's your deal? I mean, like, why are you doing something? But yeah, I would say what the deal is very close to like, what is the purpose of?
Purpose.
What's the deal with this? What's its purpose? So yeah, Bilal, very good. Thank you. Okay, Bilal, what's your surname?
My surname Shirak. Shirak.
Shuar.
Shirak. Yes.
Okay. Shuar.
Shirak. Yes. Shirak.
Shuar. Okay, and Bilal. And my other Bilal, what's your last name?
Aydan.
Aidan. Okay.
Aydan.
Shurat Aidan. Okay. Got two Bilals now. Very good. Thank you, Bilal Shurat. Good. I was wondering what the
Yeah,
deal was.
I do it for to try only, but if I like, I will continue.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, no problem. Good. So Joe continues. Yeah. Kristen, okay. So that's why That's why you never have a problem at that festival. Kristen, right. Good. So Joe is saying you never have a problem at Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival because there's no fencing. So it's not difficult to exit the festival. That was the problem they were talking about earlier. Exiting the festival took a very long time because of the fences. Okay, good. So that conversation is finished now. Does anybody have a question about this one?
The next conversation is on Friday evening.
No, we will start part 2 right now. We'll do part 2 now, and then the next class is Monday. We only have 2 classes in a week, Monday and Wednesday.
Okay. I
So-
have to leave conversation right now. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
I will join back, okay?
Okay. No problem. Goodbye. Oh, okay, good. So, yeah, you guys, does anybody have any questions about part 1 before we switch?
No.
No, okay. Okay, good. Let's look at Music Festival part 2 then. Okay. So I had you guys here. Let's jump this way. So Birol, and who is now the only Bilal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birol, why don't you be Joe, and Bilal, you can be Kristen. To start.
So I guess I need to not ask who band was during the evening.
Radiohead.
Yeah, I figured it.
Of course.
There were the main attraction.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I am a fan of that too, but I think that I was just back playing at a different stage than Radiohead and playing right before Radiohead. I was just so focused on getting back to the stage to get a good spot to see Radiohead. I just couldn't fully get into back. And yeah, the music just wasn't resonating with me tonight, unfortunately, because that is the first time I've ever seen Beck live.
Yeah, you'll see for me it's totally different because I really enjoyed Beck's performance, and you know,
You missed half of it going to the bathroom. What you are talking about?
Good. Okay, let's stop there. Okay, so Joe starts. So I guess I need to ask who your favorite band was during the evening. Sorry, she says I need not ask. What does she mean? I need not ask. Yildiray. Why does Joe say I need not ask who your favorite band was?
You know which group of Christian favorites, favorite group, maybe.
Good, exactly. Yeah, Joe thinks it's obvious. He's like, it would be silly to ask this. It's obvious. Yeah. Kristen says Radiohead. And here we see we used 2 exclamation marks, right? So she probably said it in a very excited voice. Radiohead, you know? So we need to put the 2 exclamation marks. Good. I don't know if you guys have heard of Radiohead. They're pretty famous, but it's the name of a band from the UK. Good.
Of course.
Yeah. Joe says, yeah, I figured it, of course, would be them. I figured it would be them. What does that mean? I figured it would be them. How about Hurshit.
I think you understand that what is the favorite of Kristen?
Good. What does
And,
I figured mean?
I figure, I think, I understand, but I don't explain now.
Can you think of a synonym? Another word that would be similar to figured?
Figured. No, I don't know.
No.
What
Okay.
is it synonym?
How about Hassan? What is figured?
I think it.
Yeah, I think it, or I thought it, right? I figured it would be them, so I thought in the past. Exactly. Good. Yeah, figured would be like thought or guessed. Figure out, I figured something out means I solved it. I found the answer. Yeah. But here figured means guessed or thought. And figure, just as a noun, a figure is a shape, or it can be a number. I think we actually talked about that too, if I remember right. No? Okay. A figure can be a shape, or a figure can be a number as well, like usually money. Okay, Kristen, of course. Joe would be them. They were the main attraction. Whose turn is it? Bilal, what does this mean, the main attraction?
They were I think the group that attract many people. That one, the most famous one.
Good, yeah,
Who
exactly.
attract the people, yeah.
The biggest, most famous performance there. Exactly. Good. We could also say headliner. A headliner. That would be pretty similar. If you think about newspaper, the title, the headline, it would be like the big name on the posters, the headliner. So that's another word we could use for that. Good. Thank you, Bilal. Kristen goes on. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Beck too. Okay, so here we see that Beck must be the name of another band or another singer, right? Beck is got to be another performance. I don't know Beck myself, but some musician or some band. But I think that I was just so Beck playing at a different stage than Radiohead and playing right before Radiohead. I was just so focused on getting back to the stage to get a good spot to see Radiohead. I just couldn't fully get into Beck. And I think we talked about this, get into, like be interested in, or here it means more enjoy the experience too much. Being into it, right? I'm really having fun. I'm into this right now. So yeah, I guess it could mean different things. Like if I said you're not into class, you didn't get into class right now. Maybe you're not focusing and you're not having fun and different things like this. Could be not focused or not having fun, not interested. Sometimes it can mean all of these. Okay. And yeah, it's just the music just wasn't resonating with me tonight, unfortunately. Okay. What does this mean, resonating with me? Biro.
I think good resonating means to be good with me, to be attractive for me, to me.
Good. Yeah, I would say so. That's good. It's very similar to that getting into. Kristen she didn't get the mood where she's having fun. She wasn't having the emotion of really enjoying the music and having fun with it and feeling very excited. The music didn't make her emotion right, didn't make her mood right, kind of like this. Resonating is from physics, and I think we have a couple engineers, you know, when something is vibrating at, well, I can usually do it, vibrating at resonance, you know, it's not like this, it's like that. Like that makes the bridges fall down and things, yeah. So if it's resonating with me, me and the music, we're vibrating at the same speed. Perfect, together, right? The music makes a connection with me. Our vibrations are the same. Okay. Tonight, unfortunately, cuz, C-O-Z, that's because that's the first time I've ever seen Beck live. Okay, so again, a live performance, not watching YouTube, not listening to a CD. He is there, I can see him, right? Okay, and then Joe says, yeah, you see, for me, it was totally different because I really, really enjoyed Beck's performance and, you know. And Kristen, you missed half of it going to the bathroom. What are you talking about? Okay, so this is a little bit funny here. Joe says, oh, I liked it so much. And Kristen says, what do you mean? You were in the bathroom for most of the show. How did you like it so much? Okay. Good. All right. Hassan, you're going to be Kristen because I always make her shit do Kristen when she's laughing, so that's not fair. And her shit, you get to be Joe.
Jury, I am Joe, and I am starting with well. Is it okay? Well, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am starting. Well, you know, sometimes nature calls.
Ha ha ha.
But you know, I wasn't familiar with Radiohead's music at all. I really enjoyed it, and you know, I would definitely go see them again. But I am more familiar with Beck's music, so maybe that helped me to enjoy it. Plus, I just like that Beck's style of music more than Radiohead's, you know. But I really did enjoy the Radiohead music. I liked the fact that the crowd was really into them. You know, like you looked out in the crowd and you saw everyone smiling. You know, everyone seemed happy, and like some people were dancing, and a lot of people were singing their songs. You could tell that they were very familiar with the music. So you know, it was just a good beat, and I really enjoyed that part of it.
Oh, they were off the hook. I mean, they sounded just as if I had put a CD in the CD player.
Yeah, well, you know.
And that's
Practice makes perfect.
Good. Let's stop there. Okay. So we go up here at the top. Joe says, well, you know, sometimes there should be an S. Nature calls. Okay, I think, Ahmed, it's your turn. What do you think this means, nature calls?
There was nothing I can do about it. So nature called and I went. So I missed it.
Kind of.
I had to.
It's a good. It's good.
I
it's
had to
very
go
close.
to toilet, right? I had to go to bathroom. I couldn't.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I had meant it, but I couldn't express it.
Good. Yeah. No. Nature calls. It means specifically that you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, we can't even, there's not another situation where we could use this. If you say it, it means you have to go to the bathroom. Not like, oh, I'm really hungry, you know, nature calls, I need to eat. No, only for the bathroom we use this one. Yeah. Good. I mean, it's like it's our biology is forcing us to, but yeah, we only say it for the bathroom. I don't know why. Good. Joe goes on, but you know, I wasn't familiar with Radiohead's music at all. Okay, what does this mean? Familiar with Yildiray? I'm familiar with something.
No, before. What the name?
Good, yeah. That's good. I know the music before. I've heard it before. I know what it sounds like. Yeah, exactly. You can say I'm familiar with the person too. I know that person. Good, good. I really enjoyed it, and you know, I would definitely go see them again. But I'm more familiar with Beck's music, so maybe that helped me to enjoy it. Plus, I just like that style, Beck's style of music, more than Radiohead's, you know? But I really did enjoy the Radiohead music. I liked the fact that the crowd was really into them, you know? Okay, here, crowd, it means the audience. The group of people listening. The crowd is the audience. We're really into them. You know, like you looked out in the crowd and you saw everyone smiling. You know, everyone seemed happy, and like some people were dancing, and a lot of people were singing their songs. And you could tell that they were very familiar with the music. So, you know, it was just a good vibe. Okay. What does this mean? A good vibe. How about Biro?
Good vibe means good atmosphere. Good atmosphere.
Perfect. Exactly. Yeah. A good atmosphere, a good energy, a good situation. Yeah. A good place to be. Great. I really enjoyed that part of it. Kristen says, oh, they were off the hook. I mean, they sounded just as if I had put a CD in the CD player. What do you think that means, Bilal? Off the hook.
Off the hook. They feel free or like that?
Sorry?
They feel free what they want to do.
That's a good guess. That makes more sense than the truth, to be honest. I don't know how this idiom came to be what it is. Does anyone know what this means? Off the hook?
Yeah.
It's like
It feel-
awesome, hilarious, great.
Wow.
Good, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. Off the hook is like really great, really excellent. Usually, like we would say a party, this party is off the hook. And that means it's almost like it's too crazy. You know, people are doing crazy things. I don't know, somebody's running around with his underwear on his head. Like the party got too crazy, you know? But yeah, here it just means it's really, really great. Really good. Good. Joe says, yeah, well, you know, and that's, Joe says, practice makes. What does this mean? Practice makes perfect.
Valla ders dinliyordum ha. Ha.
There we go. Okay. Hassan, what does this mean? Practice makes perfect.
I don't know.
No. Okay. Hershit, what do you think?
I think when you practice more or more, you are a good. I think,
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. The more you practice, the better you get.
yeah.
Exactly. So Radiohead is very famous. They've played many, many concerts. So of course they're very good. They've had lots of practice. Exactly. That's what it means. Okay. I think that's a good time to take a break.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
let's take 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Bilal, break time now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you.
See ya. Mehmet, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Sorry. I
Very
hope you're okay too.
Yeah, very good. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
How do you think I would spell Bilal's surname?
It's A-Y-D-I-N. Aydın.
Aydın. Okay,
Aydın,
and
yes. The fourth word, fourth letter is I, but actually it's without a point, in Turkey. Aydın.
got it. Okay. Like in his first name is like that too, yeah? Bilal.
Yeah.
And what about the other Bilal, the one that just came here? Did you
It was Çırak. C with point in the below. C A sorry, C I R A K.
Okay.
So
Great.
it's Çırak.
Çırak. Great.
Yes, it's apprentice in Turkish.
Oh, very cool. Apprentice. Okay. Neat. Thank you very much. Sorry, I just
Of course.
I need to write these
course.
down. Yeah. Okay. Good. So yeah, why don't we take a minute while the other guys are getting here?
Of course.
So what about, we were talking about festivals, but what are some other major celebrations you have in Turkey? Holidays or celebrations that are
Oh,
Turkish?
actually, when you talked about festival, actually it was not festival, but we talked about festivals and we talked about people, for example, buying tickets 6 months earlier or something like that. I actually had gone Sensation Party. Do you know Sensation Party? It's not festival, actually. I just recalled
White
that
sense.
because in
White
Amsterdam. What?
White sensation. White
Sensation White.
Party.
Yeah. Sensation White. Exactly. Sensation White. It was in Amsterdam. So I was going in Amsterdam. So my friend just asked me in which date. So I told him the dates that we are gonna be in Amsterdam. So, you are so lucky, he said. The Sensation Party is just at the date that you are there. So I didn't know Sensation White before, but then I searched for it. Then we decided to go with my wife, and it was great actually. I just when you said it, it just came to my mind because we had booked its tickets 4 months or 5 months earlier, just something like that.
Oh, okay. That's very cool. Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah,
that you-
it was. My friend just had wanted to go there so much, but the date was not fitting him. But just accidentally we went there, and it was good. It was nice. So it was out of question. Just when mentioning it, I wanted to talk. You are talking about festivals. So in Turkey, Turkish kind of festivals.
Yeah, or I was thinking about holidays more as well. Major holidays and
Major
festivals.
holidays. Actually, other than religious holidays, we have two of them. We have only 4 holidays. Other than that, all of them are only one day. First, Republic holiday. So the day that the Turkish Republic was built. The one is the not Workers' Day. It was Labor Day. We are on the same page, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. The other one is the also the one that Atatürk made the holiday youth and sport, or yes, something like that. The holiday at May 19, and the last one is the child's. Not only child, not only for childs. It's the day the Turkey actually it's the day the Turkish parliament was built. So it's called bana yardımcı ol. Egemenliği nasıl söylerim?
Mehmet Ali bana mı dedin? Anlamadım.
Aynen öyle. Aynen öyle.
Republic was built.
Sovereignty, for example. Actually, it's we are no more the day that the Turkey says we are no more in another country's domination. We are completely free. The day that we, yeah, it's also. I think it can be told like that. Can be said
okay.
like that. Yeah, we have only four. Yeah, these four. Other than the two major, one is 3 day long. The other one is 4 day long. Religious holidays.
Yeah, the Bayrams, right?
Yes, Bayram.
Okay.
The one is Kurban Bayramı, the sacrifice.
Mhm.
Sacrifice. The other one is Ramazan.
Ramazan. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. As for the day you were talking about, like many countries, for example, Canada, you know, every country has a day like that, or most of them do, right? Where they became independent. In Canada, we call ours Canada Day. Many countries you say that. So if you went to another country and you said, you know, Turkey Day is this day, they would probably understand. Or you could say Turkish Independence Day. Yeah. The Americans, they call theirs Independence Day. So yeah, I don't think there's a proper, you know, a perfect right way or wrong way to say
Yeah.
it. Any of those are good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. We say Canada Day. There's Australia Day. Lots of them. Okay. Very cool. So how about Hurshit? Let's say the Bayram, the sacrifice Bayram. Can you tell me how is that one celebrated? How do people celebrate that Bayram?
Jory, can you repeat that, please? Sorry.
How do you celebrate the Bayram?
Yeah, sacrifice Bayram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What
do
do
you
you do? Okay. It is Muslims Bayram, yeah, you know, and every year, Muslim is making this Bayram, and the sacrifice Bayram's first day. Nearly every part of Turkey or every part of Muslim region, they cut their sacrifice for religion. And after they cut their sacrifice, they prepare for barbecue. And they grill it and they eat it, or we eat it. Sorry, and after first day, sacrifice Bayram. The other day, our relationship, or we visit ourselves, and for a lifetime, maybe if I don't see anyone in Sacrifice Bayram, we see ourselves and we talk about how are you doing, what are you doing, or jobs, what are you, or how are you, and we talk about meeting.
Great. Thank you, Hurshit. Good. And Hassan, how do people celebrate Ramazan Bayram in Turkey? What are some things you do or people do?
I want to say something about sacrifice
Oh, okay.
Bayram.
Go ahead.
We cut sacrifice after we give meat poor people. Maybe poor people never eat meat in this year. Ramazan Bayram without cut sacrifice, everything same.
Okay. It's all the same. Are there any special foods you eat or special music you listen to or things like this?
Not music. There is not music. First day we eat meal, family meal. Eat meal. Usually contain pastry. After that, we usually eat sugar.
Sugar. Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Candy.
Candy. Is it?
Candy.
They also say like Shakarla Bayram. Is that true or?
Yeah.
Candy.
That's the same as Ramazan Bayram.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Got it. All right. Thank you, Hassan. Okay, Bilal, do many people in Turkey celebrate New Year's? And how do people celebrate New Year's?
Yeah, really about the celebrating of New Year in Turkey is little bit what we say is so sometimes causes some conflict about that it is our New Year because the New Year's of the like we said the Christian people they celebrate New Year's, but our New Year's is a different days or like that. We have some argument about these things, but the most people celebrate the New Year's also here in Turkey, and then the night before the New Year's, they went to some restaurant and some music club or like that. They celebrate whole night until the New Year's. What you said, the time of the New Year's came, and they count, as in everywhere, just the midnight, they count for the New Year's after entertaining, and after they eat and drink, or they enjoy themselves, and then the end of the night, they count for the New Year's and they celebrate all together. in Turkey, I think the general celebration is like that. They go out, go restaurant and some music club, and then they eat and drink, and all together, maybe with friends, with family, all together. They come together and go there and celebrate the New Year's. That's the difference.
Very good. Thank you, Bilal. I think it's a little bit funny. I don't know if you know this. In Christian countries, the tree and the decorations, these aren't about New Year's. These are for Christmas, the different holidays. So I came to Turkey, and it was just after Christmas, and I saw all the Christmas decorations. I was surprised because I thought many people would not celebrate Christmas, and then I realized you're using the tree and the decorations for New Year's. I thought it was interesting. But yeah, for us that's for Christmas. It's separate, right? Okay.
So, Jory, I said, other than the religious holidays, there was 4. Yeah, I was wrong. The 5th one is the New Year's Day. It's also holiday, and the 6th one is the Victory Day, the August 30. So it's also a holiday. So we have, if I'm not wrong, 6 other than the 2 religious holidays.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Mehmet. Yeah. I don't know for Canada, so it's no problem. We don't remember. Good. Okay, Biro, my question for you. Do you think that many people appreciate what the holidays are about? Do you think many people appreciate and value the meaning of the holidays? Or they're just happy that they don't have to work that day? Yeah.
Yes, nowadays I think people don't appreciate the holidays. I mean, they don't know what mean of a special day. Nowadays, people thinks that this day is holiday day and go to holiday. In the past, special days is more important than those nowadays. I think now important thing is go to holiday on special days.
Right. Good. Thank you, Biro. All right. One more question for Yildiray. Okay. In my family, for example, on my mother's side, we have the whole family meet, a big dinner celebration. The different families change gifts with each other about 1 week before Christmas. So our Christmas party is 1 week before Christmas. With my father's side, we have a Christmas party the night of Christmas. So the celebration is Christmas morning. We have a celebration that night, and we exchange presents. So these are some of my my personal traditions for this holiday. Just my family, what we do on this holiday. Yildiray, are there any traditions you have in your family for the holidays? Things maybe your family does special every year for a holiday.
For example, Bayram morning, sacrifice, Kurban Bayram or Ramazan Bayram mornings. After the prayer, because in the Ramazan Bayram, all of family members awaking early and boys go to Moscow and then come together for breakfast. All of members come together and celebrate each their bayram. Also, weekend morning, we come to each other and talking about how to our weekdays jobs problems or other things. Only can I use that?
Okay. Great. Thank you, Yildiray. Very nice. Good. Okay, good. Well, I think we got everybody back now. So let's take a look at Music Festival Part 2 again and see how much we can get through. I think everybody went once. So Yildiray can be Kristen this time, and Mehmet can be Joe. And I'll start with you guys.
So it was Kristen. Yeah, it's difficult to find that live, or
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah, which
Kristen, what you said. Yeah, it's
Okay.
difficult to find that live. Yeah. So Yildiray, you can start.
Yildiray begins.
Yeah, it's difficult to find that live, but I will say to let me back up. I'm really glad I took it easy last night. Yeah, so I could save some energy up for tonight because I danced my ass off and I thought that I
Yeah.
would. And I did. I had so much fun. But going back to what you were saying about crowds being really into them, they were, I agree, but I would say that more people didn't dance than those athletes, which kind of surprised me. It's so different compared to music we usually go to see.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. When we usually go see music, everybody is dancing, and you're right in that. In that, there were maybe I wouldn't even say half the crowd was dancing.
Yeah, I guess there were more people singing. As you experience, some people standing next to you.
Yeah, there was a guy who was standing next to me who was singing. I mean, it was like he was screaming at the top of his lungs. I just could not hear the music at points. I had to move away from him at one point.
Good. Let's stop there.
So,
Okay. So Kristen starts. Yeah, it's difficult to find that live. So it's difficult to find good music like that live, like CD quality music in a live performance. That's what she means. But I will say too, well, let me back up. What does this mean? Let me back up. Why does she say that? About Bilal. What do you think?
He looked the back. He want to see. He just remember the back. Want to remember the back. The day before, he just want to remember this night when he checked the time that during the music was playing. Just want a few days ago. He want to remember the before.
Okay, good. Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm gonna stop my story because I need to tell an earlier part.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
This is not the right place to start. You need more information, right? Yeah, exactly. So let me start talking about the day before, about yesterday. Yeah, exactly. Good, Bilal. I'm really glad I took it easy last night. What does Kristen mean? I took it easy last night. Hassan, what do you think?
She glass. She leave this station, this life.
She's
This
glad.
life.
Oh, that she saw it live? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. When she says I take it easy means like relax, to take it easy. She's happy that she didn't party basically too much the night before. Maybe she didn't do too much dancing or do too much drinking or do something so that she feels bad today. Right? If I was staying up very late last night, or I was drinking lots or doing something like this, and then I don't feel good today, yeah, then that wouldn't be good. So she's saying she's happy she didn't do anything like that. She was relaxing, not doing too much. Yeah. Good. Took it easy last night, just so I could save some energy up for tonight, because I danced my ass off. Okay. Shit, what does this mean? Danced my ass off.
I think shaking her ass, I think. With dance.
That's a good guess. Yeah, usually if you verb my ass off, that just means you did it a lot or you did it very crazy. Yeah. So she just means she danced a lot. Exactly. But that's an easy.
I worked my ass off for that company, and what did they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, Mehmet. Yeah, like I worked a lot. I was working very, very hard. Exactly. Good. Very good example. Yeah. Good. So she danced a lot. And I thought that I would. Good. Joe says, yeah, Kristen. And I did. I had so much fun. But going back to what you were saying, sorry, where did we practice mixed? Yeah, going back to what you were saying, and the crowd being really into them, they were. I agree. But I would say that more people didn't dance than those that did, which kind of surprised me. It's so different compared to the music we usually go to see. Okay, so I think pretty simple. There was many people listening to the music, but she was surprised that not too many people were dancing. Less than half of the people were dancing to the music. So usually they go to music where almost everybody is dancing. That's what she's saying. This is surprising to her. Okay. Joe says, yeah, I mean, I totally agree. When we usually go see music, everybody is dancing. And you're right in there where maybe, I wouldn't even say half the crowd was dancing. Yeah. So again, he's saying the same thing. That night, less than half was dancing. Usually everybody is dancing when they go to music. Again. Okay. Kristen, yeah. I guess there were more people singing as you experienced. Some people standing next to you. Okay, so now for once, Kristen has a good reason for being laughing, because Joe probably told her this story already, or she saw it. So she's laughing. Oh, there were many people many people singing, as you know from your experience. Yeah. And Joe, yeah, there was one guy who was standing next to me who was singing. I mean, it was like he was screaming at the top of his lungs. Okay. What does this mean? At the top of his lungs.
We saw that phrase before, George.
Yeah.
It was in another dialogue.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Yildiray, what does it mean? At the top of his lungs.
Song loudly or yell loudly.
Good. Yeah, exactly.
Of his lungs.
Yeah, at the top of your lungs with all of your lungs, as loud as you can. As much noise as you can push out of your mouth. Exactly. And yeah, Mehmet, yeah, we did that one before. Good. But I think it's still good to run over it again, make sure we didn't forget. Okay. I just could not hear the music at points. I had to move away from him at one point. Good. Okay. So I think that was Yildiray and Mehmet. So Hurshit, this time you are Kristen, and you are laughing too.
Yeah.
Hassan, you are Joe. So Hurshit,
It's so funny.
And then there were some teeny bloopers who were over near me, who were just like screaming. They weren't even singing the music. They were just yelling, so.
Oh, just like out of excitement, I mean.
Yeah, they were so excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were just like yelling. But you know what? They were having a good time. And why? I look at it. This was their favorite band probably. So more power to them. They were having a great time, and I was happy to see that.
Well, without a doubt, Radiohead is one of my favorite bands. So I was happy to see them live. I hadn't seen them live since I was in college and didn't even appreciate them then.
good. Let's stop there. Okay, so Kristen laughs. That's so funny. And then Joe, and there were some teeny boppers who were over near me who were just like screaming. Okay, what do you think teeny boppers are? Mehmet.
Teeny boppers are just I can give it a shot. There are some teeny girls who for their favorite bands and for their favorite musicians doing nothing but only for showing off their admiration.
That's a good guess, for sure. Actually, it's even simpler than that. Teeny boppers just means teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's just a weird way to say teenagers, like something my parents would say maybe. Who were over near me, who were just like screaming. They weren't even singing the music. They were just yelling. Okay, so Joe was standing next to these teenagers, and they're not even trying to sing the song. They're just screaming and yelling, like the girls in the old Beatles videos. Okay, Kristen. Oh, just like out of excitement. I mean, yeah, they were so excited. So yeah, they're actually just like what Mehmet was describing. Ah, ooh, my favorite band. Yeah. Kristen says, yeah. Joe says, yeah, they were just like yelling. But you know what? They were having a good time. And the way I look at it, this was their favorite band, probably. So, more power to them. Okay. They were having a good time, so they were having lots of fun. obviously. They were having lots of fun, he says. And the way I look at it, in my opinion, how I think, this was their favorite band, probably. Okay. So, you know, more power to them. What does Joe mean here by this? More power to them. Hershit?
So more power to. I don't idea.
No.
No.
How about Bilal? What do you think?
I think since their favorite band, so this band because they like very much, so this come to them more powerfully. Yeah, you know, they feel more power with the power. They feel this band because their favorite bands.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good guess. It's a little bit of a weird expression, this, like, yeah, more power to you, more power to them. It's just, it's kind of like I want to give you more power. Basically, like, I support your decision, you know? I'm showing support to you, kind of. These kids were, you know, maybe their screaming is a little bit annoying for Joe. They're all yelling, they're making these noises, but he can see how happy they are and that they're kids seeing their favorite band, and he says, I support them. I'm not angry with them. I say, good for you, you know? Good for these guys. So that's what it means. It's a little bit strange. Yeah. They were having a great time, and I was happy to see that. Good. And then Kristen, well, without a doubt, so certainly 100% for sure, without a doubt, Radiohead is one of my favorite bands. So I was happy to see them live. Yeah. And remember, we need to pronounce it live, not live. This is live music. Yeah. Live is.
Can you pronounce the doubt again, please?
Doubt.
Doubt. So
Doubt.
there's no B, no,
No.
B.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The B is tricky. Doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. Silent B. I don't know why. Good. Yeah, exactly. I was happy to see them live. I hadn't seen them live since I was in college and didn't even appreciate them then. Okay, so Kristen saw them live once before, but at that time, maybe she didn't know their music so good and she didn't really appreciate the experience. Yeah, it was much better this time. She's more of a fan of them. She knows about their music. She's more excited for it. Okay, so I forget who I did. How about Hassan? You be Joe, and Bilal, you be Kristen.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe next year they will play the festival again.
Yeah, if they have won. Wasn't this the first year they had this festival?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and this was the first time ever someone played at the Dark in Golden Gate Park.
Yeah, that's true. I hope that we didn't wear out our welcome as fans.
How so?
Well, you know, people.
Leaving trash and stuff behind?
No, I think more so when people were leaving the concert since Golden Gate Park borders. You know.
Oh,
A bunch of neighborhoods. People were walking out of the concert at the end of the night and making a lot of noise. And
right.
Good. Okay, let's stop there. Sorry, I think I did Hassan 2 times in a row, didn't I? Okay, no problem. Joe, yeah, well, you know, maybe next year they'll play the festival again. So Joe says maybe the next time Radiohead will come back again. Kristen, yeah, if they have one. Wasn't this the first year they had this festival? Yeah, that's true. So Kristen is worried that the festival might not come back the next time because this is the first time they tried this festival. And Kristen says, yeah. And this was the first time ever someone played at dark in Golden Gate Park. Okay, so who remembers what city is this in? What city are these people in? Anyone tell me? Biro?
No, I don't remember.
No?
Steve. No.
Harshit?
I think it is in USA,
Mm-hmm.
but it is in New York.
No.
No.
Okay. The city is San Francisco
San Francisco.
in California. And you've probably seen pictures of the big red bridge in San Francisco that's very famous. That's called Golden Gate Bridge. So this is Golden Gate Park where they are. It's near that bridge. It has the same name as that bridge, Golden Gate Bridge, Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. Okay, this is the first time someone played at dark in Golden Gate Park. So nighttime in this park. Okay, Joe says, yeah, that's true. I hope that we didn't wear out our welcome as fans. So whose turn is it? How about Biro? What do you think this means? Wear out our welcome.
It means we didn't stay long. We didn't stay long.
Oh, okay. Didn't stay long. It's different than that, a little bit different. Does anyone want to try? Wear out our welcome.
Welcoming too much.
Mehmet?
Welcoming too much. So much hospitality. Too much hospitality.
Too much hospitality? Okay. Anyone else want to try? Another guess?
Feeling uncomfortable, maybe.
Feeling uncomfortable.
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of the opposite of what Mehmet said. Okay. I come to, who's going to be my example? Mehmet, you're my example. I come to Mehmet's house, and Mehmet has so much hospitality. He says, oh, come in. You can stay in my house. You know, here's some dinner. He's very nice to me. But I'm just eating so much dinner, and I'm making a mess. I'm leaving garbage everywhere, and I'm saying mean things to him, and I break his window, and he starts to not want me to stay there anymore. And, you know, he says, oh, yeah, you can stay as long as you want, but I've been there 2 months. I don't go. I'm just staying there and staying there. I don't want to leave. Eventually, I'm not welcome anymore. He says, Jury, you go. So I wore out my welcome. I ruined it. I was a very bad guest. That's what it means. They're saying, I hope that we weren't bad guests here. And Kristen doesn't understand because it's a concert, and usually we say it how I was saying it, you know, you're a guest. She says, you know, how are we bad guests? And Joe says, well, you know, people leaving. Kristen guesses, oh, did we leave garbage behind? Maybe we were a bad guest to the park. We left too much garbage in the park. That's what she's thinking. He must mean. And Joe says, no, I think more so when people were leaving the concert. Since Golden Gate Park borders, you know, a bunch of neighborhoods. Golden Gate Park borders a bunch of neighborhoods. So what does this mean, Yildiray? Borders.
Borders next to park in these sentences. Wooden parks.
Good,
Or
exactly.
next to.
Yeah, border is a noun. A border is the edge, right? So the line between Turkey and Bulgaria on a map, you look on a map, there's that line, that's the border. So as a verb, if two things border, they're next to. Yeah, they have that edge. Good, exactly. So the park borders a bunch of neighborhoods. Okay, so here's what Joe was saying. We're out our welcome. He's worried that this park, this area, they won't want the concert to come back because many people live in this area and there was the loud music and it was nighttime and the fans were leaving and they were very noisy. And the people in this area are like the host and they were bad guests. They were being noisy when they were leaving. So that's what he means. They were guests in this area and they were bad guests maybe. So that they won't want them to come back next year. Okay, so this whole thing was a little bit complicated, wasn't it? Okay, good. So that's what Joe was saying. And then he says, people were walking out of the concert at the end of the night and making a lot of noise. And Kristen, right. I think that it was getting late at night. Oh, sorry, did we read this? No, we did. Okay, yeah, we stopped there. So let's start here with Joe. I think this is where we were. Let's start here with Birol, you can be Joe. And Yildiray, you can be Kristen. Okay.
Yes, I think that, and it was getting late at night, so I think that it might have woken up a lot of the people who live in the area. So I just hope that the people weren't, too much of burden on the neighborhood.
Yeah, it kind of like that cutout device, but I guess that's just.
Yeah, what's up with that? I mean, the guy who was at the soundboard must have been asleep at the wheel. That's like so unprofessional.
Yeah, that was really disappointing.
Well, at least when the music was playing, it sounded good and the band performed.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, okay. So as we were saying, they're walking out of the concert, making a lot of noise. And then Joe says, I think that it was getting late at night. So I think that might have woken up a lot of the people who live in the area. Okay. So this is the real reason he thinks they wore out their welcome. They were noisy and people were sleeping and maybe they woke them up. Okay. At the start, he says, I think that, and it was getting late at night. Okay, so this, I think that, that's the next part. So I think that might have woken up a lot of people. He doesn't think that it was getting late at night. It's obvious it was getting late at night or no. He thinks that it woke up a lot of people. He just started with the wrong words. Okay, so I just hope that the people weren't, too much of a burden on the neighborhood. What is a burden? Hassan, do you know what a burden is?
I don't know. I cannot say it.
Can't say it. Okay, yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Okay. Mehmet, can you explain what this means, burden?
Burden means it's when like some in context of people, burden, the people who can't take himself anywhere, so other people have to help him. I don't know how to explain other than that. Burden.
Good. No,
You
no.
can-
That's a good example. Yeah, a burden is something, something that's a job, something you have to do, usually something difficult.
Yeah.
For example, if I'm carrying something very heavy, you can say I have a heavy burden. I have to carry that heavy thing. Or, you know, at my work, they give me lots and lots of work to do. That's a burden. It's so many things I have to do. Yeah, and if there's a person like Mehmet saying who can't work and can't do many things for themselves, and I have to do these things for that person, that's more work for me. So that's a burden. Good. So hopefully we weren't something unpleasant that this neighborhood had to also deal with, he's saying, for these people. What is a beast of burden? Can anyone tell me that? A beast of burden?
Beast.
Harshit, do you want to try?
I think I look at dictionary, and it is say that beast of burden is animal which carry things.
Good. Yeah, exactly. Beast of burden are animals that people get to do work for them. Exactly. Like carrying things or pulling things. Like for farming, we get the animals to pull the plow. Anything like that. Animals that do work, they're beasts of burden. There you go. Good. And then what did she say? Kristen says, yeah, you know, it did kind of suck that the sound cut out twice. Okay. What does this mean, cut out? Bilal, what does this mean, cut out?
When you stopped they stopped the sound.
Good, yeah, the sound stopped working. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just, Joe says, yeah, what was up with that? Like, what happened? Why did that happen? What was up with that? I mean, the guy who was at the soundboard must have been asleep at the wheel. What does he mean here, asleep at the wheel? How about Biro?
When you do something, you use some machine or bicycle. If you sleep while doing this job, it means sleep at the wheel.
Good, yeah, exactly. At the wheel here would mean the steering wheel of a car, like when you're driving. It's like asleep when you're driving. That's what the idiom is talking about. So of course, you have an important job. You're driving a car. You can't be asleep. You need to be focused. You need to be thinking about this job. Right? So when we say asleep at the wheel, we mean this man is supposed to be controlling the sound of the music, and the music is having these problems. It stops working 2 times, he's not focused. He's not paying attention to his job properly, or this wouldn't happen. Exactly. He's not paying enough attention. So he's asleep at the wheel. Okay. Kristen laughs. And Joe, that's like so unprofessional. What does this mean? Unprofessional. Who can explain unprofessional? How about Mehmet? What is unprofessional?
Not professional. So, yeah, are you gonna ask me what is professional?
Amateur.
Yeah, amateur. Yeah, exactly.
Good. Yeah, exactly. It just amateur. Yeah,
it's the same in Turkish professional.
Okay.
Professional and professional is the same.
Sometimes it seems like they're very big words, you know, professional. Like how many? There's 5 syllables. Come on. And then it's the same in Turkish. Yeah. This was very melancholy. People know melancholy. Okay, yeah, unprofessional. Good. And Kristen, yeah, that was really disappointing. Joe, well, at least when the music was playing, it sounded good and the band performed well. Kristen, yeah. Okay. So they kind of switched what they were talking about very quickly. They were talking about the problems in this neighborhood when they're going home. And then they just complained a little bit about the music, the technical problems with the music. And that was the end. Okay. So is there any questions about this conversation before we stop?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Okay. Good. We have a couple of minutes left. So I thought this might be a little bit interesting. We're talking about holidays, festivals, celebrations. So my question is there a coming of age celebration in Turkey? Or firstly, who can tell me what I mean, coming of age? Does anyone know?
Like birthday?
It's different than a birthday. It only happens one time in your life.
English.
Like from childhood to being adult?
Yeah, exactly. Good. Yeah, many cultures, they have a celebration for this idea. Like this person is now an adult. In the Jewish religion, it's called a bar mitzvah, and I think it's usually about age 14. Spanish speakers, they have a quinceañera at 16 usually. So is there any kind of a Turkish, something in Turkey to celebrate this coming of age type of a festival? Who would like to answer?
No, there's not.
Nothing? Oh, okay.
No, there's not. There's only there's this thing like farewell to singularity. I don't like this.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes people can be very crazy, and not necessarily, but sometimes just for example, the man who will be getting married in days, just celebrate that he will do that with his friends, and sometimes also the bride before she gets married do that with her friends. So it's not something like that, but just because it's alike, I mentioned that. But as far as I know, it's also not actually Turkish tradition. It's
Okay.
also tradition that came from outer from Turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, this, I think what you're describing, we can call it a bachelor party for men or a
Yeah, yeah,
bachelorette
yeah.
party.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and another name is a stag party. A stag is a male deer, and it has that name. Or the female is stagette party. Yeah, so those are two names for that. Okay, that's interesting. Can anybody else think of anything in Turkey that might be a bit like a coming of age?
I can
Should-
say something
Okay.
about but it is not same of coming of age celebration. But there in Turkey there is a celebration before a boy's coming of age, only a boy's. Maybe you know in Muslim society there is a celebration of circumcision.
Yeah.
Do you know circumcision? Yeah, and it is always doing before coming of age. And in Turkey, a family if has got any boy before coming of age of boys, they make a celebration of when they get their soon be circumcision.
Right.
And we always celebrate, and we came together about celebration, and maybe like wedding.
Good.
I
Good.
think
Exactly.
it's okay.
Yeah. No, that's what the one thing I was thinking about too. Yeah. It's a little bit different, of course. Yeah, but it's kind of has this meaning, right? They're supposed to be men after this, right? Okay, cool. Can anybody think of a way that this idea, coming of age, is celebrated in a different culture? I can give one example first, and if anybody can think of one, sometimes it's very interesting. There's a country called Vanuatu, and they actually are the ones who invented bungee jumping, except they take like a vine, like a rope from a tree, and they tie it on their legs, and they jump off this tower, and the vine falls behind them, and there's little branches holding it, and they snap, 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 snap as they fall down, but they basically jump off a tower and they land on the ground, like on their head, and they have to jump, I don't know, 25 or 30 meters, something like this, to the ground, and then that's how they come of age. They prove that they're a man now. All the boys have to do this. So it's like bungee jumping, except very different. You jump off and you fall on the dirt. So that's one of these celebrations that I've heard of in the world. Can anybody think of a different example of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is not sport, but in the news, maybe you know, maybe you watch. A man, I think he live in America. Maybe it doesn't, but I know he's America. He always walking boarding of the home, a very high stairs. So maybe you know.
Right.
He's very extreme, and I think how can I explain? But maybe dear friends can when I see him, I am very frightened about because of he can fallen down from a very high apartment or construction. Maybe you know, maybe you watch. He always walking or he always walking. How can I explain? Very high structure.
Okay. Walking on very high structures.
Yeah. When I see him, I frighten and of he can fall down.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's like a.
Truly, I don't explain very well. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, it sounds like an acrobat or a tightrope walker, something like this.
Like
Okay, cool. Thank you, Hurshit. Did anyone else have something they thought of? Biro?
No.
Oh, I thought you were.
No.
No, okay.
My headache.
Okay, no problem. Maybe this question was
Mm.
too difficult to think of an example. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we leave it there for today? Okay, and I'll see you guys on Monday.
See you.
Yes.
see
See you,
Okay.
see you on Monday.
Ah.
Good night, guys.